What's good, everybody? It's your boy back with another reaction video. Now I'll be reacting to Harley Quinn Season 2, Episode 4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 4. I actually don't remember where we left off last time. I've been drinking, so I can't remember. Where did we leave off last time? I know they're going after Mr. Freeze. Now she bit off Penguin's nose and killed him, which I was surprised. They have Riddler, and he's actually okay with being there and basically being their generator because he's getting swole. He's like, I can escape anytime I want. What else? Well, she didn't go after Two-Face yet, I don't think. I know she went after Penguin first. Because Penguin, it was Penguin, Riddler, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze. I'm gonna say Captain Cole in my head. Was that it? I don't remember. But anyway. But yeah, I know that, because I know they were trying to get into Mr. Freeze's fortress, and they went to that. They went to a museum to get Firefly's flamethrower because it was, I guess, hot enough to be able to burn through Mr. Freeze's ice. Which is funny because a rocket, she shot an RPG into ice and that didn't do nothing. So like, it's funny how his flame is generating enough heat to melt the ice, but she can't blow it up with an RPG at point blank range. What kind of ice is that? But yeah, let's just get into this. Waste a bunch of time running my mouth. Alright, here we go.
It's a vagina!
Oh, a human vagina! I see it now.
Everyone always draws dicks. That's sexist. I'm trying to flip the script, bitches.
So beautiful.
How is that sexist but drawing a vagina? Is it?
An apple in his mouth and roast him.
I like that she just screams like a lunatic. That she's talking normal and just screams.
He could do better.
Oh, I love weddings.
He could do
Me
better.
and Ivy have so much fun at weddings. We get so shit-faced we puke.
Got news for you. This is Ivy's wedding, and she's the dumb couple. You need to find a date.
No way! After the I do.
The question is not who I will bring, but who I will be. I've been working on a new character, Sandra. She's single by choice, and now...
Sheesh.
Joker Harley wants to hook up with as many randos as she can. You bring someone to a wedding, that means you're serious.
Okay, you are a vile, pocket-sized man.
I don't know if I'm serious. I'm going solo.
You are vile, pocket-sized man.
Oh my God! It's Lady Gaga!
Harley Quinn. I have been expecting you and your insane clown group.
Psycho.
Engagement condiment king?
What an asshole, right?
Yes, a dick and an asshole. Wait, why though? Can you just remind me?
Where do I begin? No emojis to convey the tone, and a period.
All you need is a dance floor, booze, and
It's
Kelly
funny
Clarkson's
because
great
usually they
hair.
have
You can do it anywhere.
the roles
I
reversed
have
with
been
a
dreaming
woman's
of getting
freaking
married
out.
at the old Gotham Corn Factory ever since I saw is impressed the venue manager with our super dope love, and it is in the bag.
I feel like Catman's going to
No
die.
how goes with the kite, but you do look really handsome.
I feel like he's going to die.
Oh. I have been
Is it
performing
okay?
a multitude of experiments on the common snow rat, which shares 98% of its DNA with that of a human. The experiments have been a rousing success.
Cheese and crackers, what?
Your arrival has proved fortuitous as it coincides with my decision to move on to human experimentation.
Oh, shit.
Wow, great plan. This is one of your best. I got one question though.
Are they frozen?
How the hell are we supposed to find his wife when we're frozen to chairs?
Could someone pass the mac and cheese?
Oh my god.
What? If I'm going to pull...
The reason I wanted to do this lunch is Nora hasn't hosted guests in quite some time. So I thought this would be fun for her. Her options are limited.
Late in my book, bro.
Mitchell, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, didn't you hear? You're not the only world-famous villain engaged in this town.
I'm sorry, world famous? Come on.
Wedding
She's
venues are
like,
tough to come by in new...
Oh yeah, kites are odorless unless they do get wet or if you store them improperly.
Chuck, we can do this wherever.
I will not yield. Once the manager sees the biggest power couple in Gotham is in his presence and how sick our...
You can't
Why are you
eat.
doing that? What's wrong with your face?
Small man, as the consumption of
Small
cooked
man.
meats increases my body temperature and puts me at risk of death, please, a little favor, describe the mouthfeel of your... My eager little snow rat.
Okay, that's what I thought that's what that was. That's, but how can she digest that? She's frozen.
how'd y'all meet? Was she alive then?
It's a funny story. Nora, you tell it better than I do.
Here is a story of a big swinging dick coming in and ruining a woman's livelihood.
Oh, you Grinch! Look, you'll have to excuse my friend here. She's all sour on love right now.
Yeah, she...
I'll tell you about true love, you fucking bitch. True love made me sacrifice my career as a psychologist, permanently changed the way I look, and almost got me
Well, you are
killed
crazy.
so many times. Love is bullshit.
Do me first! I'm still cold, my nuts are the size of Dippin' Dots!
Is that unusual for you?
What? No! I have regular size!
Whoopsies! I think I speak for me and Harley.
It's
I
literally
say
a
thank
damn
you.
dialogue that says,
I'm not buying your bullshit story. I know your wife ain't sick. She probably tried to leave you and you couldn't handle it, so you fucking froze her.
What are you doing?
Giving her the freedom you denied.
she's actually sick.
Creepy control freak. Nora's not your property anymore. Business. See? I told you she was fine, you piece of shit.
My love, that I gaze upon your face can only mean one thing. You found a cure. I'm not going to die of this incredibly rare blood disease anymore, and we can...
Rolls off your tongue.
Did I misread the situation? Yes. But if you'd seen him feed her soup, you'd have done the same.
They'll find a cure, my love. But if they don't, we will die together. Because I'm blowing the whole place up.
No, woke up in a block of ice. That's your signature move. You tried to kill me.
Everyone else wanted to kill you, but I convinced them to freeze you. As you can imagine, a group of white, cisgendered, heterosexual men turning a woman into a helpless object of mockery.
What?
I hope you're proud of yourself. You falsely accused the most woke...
What petals am I looking for?
Magenta.
Right. That's like a reddish pink.
No, it's a purplish pink. Don't touch the reddish pink ones. They're paralytic, okay?
Cool.
You idiot.
And, but you know what? Doesn't matter, because I definitely didn't touch the reddish pink one. There in a few.
Oh my god, this dude's a fucking
boy.
idiot.
I touched the reddish pink one.
Yeah, I see that. Don't worry, it's gonna wear off. Check this serum, it will change your blood type to Nora's, and then we can give your healthy blood to your wife.
Your wife?
But the transfusion will kill you.
Be my sacrifice.
Well, didn't he
The only
say?
reason I've suffered through life in this godforsaken cryosuit is to find a cure for Nora. If that time has come, then I greet my end with open arms.
Holy shit, that's insane.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live like this anyway. Like, constantly in a bodysuit, keeping my core temperature below freezing. He's so...
God, good guy.
So sorry.
He was a real Mitch.
Can we go now?
Oh my god, get out of here!
Is that I get to marry you. I don't even care about the I knew my selfless gesture would be rewarded. It's just like the end of a rom-com.
Oh, he telling you no.
Here go for the...
Always be trying to catch up to me.
Sheesh, with these puns.
Mayo, have a good day.
He is.
What?
Tartar for now. Close.
I think he's my nemesis now, too.
Sheesh. I think he's my nemesis too. That was horrible. That dude's such an asshole. With those horrible puns. But, wow, that actually made me kind of tear up a little bit at the end. I got a feeling like, I'm having a feeling that is going to come back to bite them in the ass. Because they left her there. I wonder if she has ice powers. Or she's going to develop, she's going to become like, she won't have to wear a bodysuit, but she'll be like Sub-Zero. He can just make ice. I don't know. That makes me think maybe I should do a reaction to that Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge thing. Maybe I should do that. You know, but because I know it's available now, I can buy it. So, but anywho, yeah, this was actually very heartfelt. Like I like the dynamic between Ivy and Kite Man here, and I don't need to. We don't need to get married here as long as we get married. That's what matters, you know. Because I'm the type of person, I've seen people that I know that got married and started their marriage in debt just to have a big wedding. You know, like, why? Like, if you don't have the money for that, why would you do that? Like, just have a little wedding. That you know, if like save up for it, for like, you know, depending on, I guess, depending on what you want to do. If you want a big wedding, then you need to save up for a longer time. And you can get married, you know, go to the courthouse and all that stuff, get the stuff, the paperwork signed and all stuff, and then have your wedding later on. Like, I've been to weddings like that with people who were married. I didn't know until afterward that they had been married for years, but they didn't have a wedding, and they saved up for it, and they had a wedding. You know, just they don't go into debt. Don't start a relationship. Well, not start a relationship. Start like your path together as a married couple in debt. Like that. Like, you got your own individual debt. That's one thing, but don't have a combined debt like that, especially a wedding where you now owe thousands of dollars for something. You know, that is I would never do that. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't. If every woman I'm with is like, oh, we need to get married, we're gonna borrow, I'm like, no. You know, we can save up. We can get married, that way it's at least legal with us. But to have an actual wedding, we can save up and do what we want to do, whether it's like we want to go to an island somewhere and get married, or, you know, whatever. But we can save our money, combine our money, and get married that way. Not fucking apply for a loan and shit like that. You know, there's some things are just insane. Like, some things are so traditional with people, and they're not ready for it, and they just do it anyway. And now look at you. Now you're in debt. Like, you should have, if anything, you should have borrowed money to get a fucking house, not to have a fucking wedding. Like, like now you together, you probably gotta live in a damn apartment because you're paying back damn loan to pay out the damn wedding. Like, it's your priorities straight. Like, what the fuck? Something that's gonna happen once. And I know plenty of people, I want to have a big wedding. And I was like, Ella, do you have the money for a big wedding? Unless you gonna marry some guy, like, unless you gonna marry a guy who has a lot of money. I think I'm talking also because I know some females that have said that friends of mine, cousins and shit, that I want a big wedding. Like unless you, I always think, like, I think about my financial situation right now, and I compare it. I don't know what their financial situation is, but I just say, well, it's the same as mine, because it's hard to say what's less or more. To say if it's the same as mine, what type of wedding can we afford? You know. And I always thought that they would, the guy should get the wedding ring. It should be 3 months of pay and shit like that. It's shit like that that has just fucked up people. And corporations don't give a fuck. They're like, that's money for it. They the one made that dumb shit up. And people just go with it. And you spend all this money, all this shit, and now you in debt at the beginning of almost knocked this shit out. At the beginning of a marriage. Like, you spending the rest of your life with this person, and you're both. Well, the rain thing is on the guy, because now he's in debt with that. But I guess depending on who gets the loan. But still, y'all both hopefully gonna be paying it off, y'all together, unless one of y'all make way more than the other person. But that is so. I see people do that, and they go and they live in an apartment, like, and shit. When they get married and they paying back a loan and shit, like, and they hoping that their car don't break down, or there is some big expense that comes in. They don't have to go to the hospital because their health insurance won't cover anything too drastic. It's like, and you hoping for that shit. And then maybe you shouldn't have had a wedding, or you should have had something that was more affordable. Where you maybe you take out a loan. It's a small loan. Not you take out a $10,000 loan. Like, I know I'm going to count on a rant here because I've seen so many of my friends do that. It's then relatives and stuff that have weddings, and I find out that they took out loans or shit like that. I'm like, for that one thing. And I'm like, I know it's important to people and stuff. I'm just saying, you need to realize what your priorities are. And you starting a family with somebody. Put that money, if you're going to do it, like I said, get a house. Because you're starting a family now. Like, if you don't get a loan or something, like get a house, get a loan. Like, if she's pregnant, then you get a loan to help take care of that kid, or to pay the hospital bills for when your wife get birth, I'll tell you, you get that fantasy boy, because the wedding is really for, people say it's for the woman, but it's really just for everybody else to see you getting married. That's what it's for. It's not even for the bride or groom. It's for everybody to say, oh, we're getting married. Like, I know my best friend, he got married in a courthouse. The first time he got married, they went in the courthouse, and they said, I do, and they signed their paperwork, and that was what it was. They were planning on having an actual wedding later on, but they were going to save up for it. Because you know what? They at least had their priorities straight with that. Like, we can't afford a wedding right now. Like, not especially not, because I think, because he married a friend of mine, actually. That's how they met, and they were going to, I think they were going to have he said they were going to have another wedding, but like later on. So I'm like, that's fine, just do that. Don't go in there. Don't, especially when you're young and shit, you like people getting married in 19, 20, 21, like, you definitely don't want to accumulate debt. I mean, you don't want to accumulate debt when you old either, but when you really young and you build it, especially trying to build a career, you don't want to accumulate debt because you ain't making enough money unless you're 20. You're not a doctor because you ain't going to school for like 12 years. So you mean you're damn 30 by the time you become a doctor after the residency and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I went on a long rant about that. But anyway, yeah, this episode, I started tearing up a bit. I was like, oh, like, I was like, I'm not gonna cry. Don't you cry. Don't cry. But I was like, I hope Harley find love. Oh man, it's hot in here. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed my reaction. And if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell, you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.